After getting a bunch of questions about how I got my Honda Navi up to 100 kilometers an hour, or 60 miles per hour, I thought I'd make just a video explaining most of the stuff I did do to achieve that. My top speed I have hit was 110, but consistently I can hit 60 miles per hour easily. So first thing was variator. So this is still stock drive face and everything on this side. So this is all OEM. And I found for top speed, the best setup for that was the original variator. So still original one. And you can see I used a Sharpie somewhere. Yeah, there. So I used a Sharpie to show me how high my belt was riding. You can see it goes all the way up to the top to wear it all the way off. So I know my belt is traveling the full distance. And if I open this up, I'll show you. So I'm running 11-gram Dr. Police sliders. I found these were the only ones at the time for sale when I first bought them, but they seem to work out well, and they also uh, still seem in fairly decent condition. And I've had these for I think 5,000 kilometers. But the major mod for top speed was inside of here. You can see I ground out all the, I forget what these are called, but the areas where the weights sit. Well, the original one, uh, it wouldn't let them travel out as much, so it basically wouldn't let you push, like the variator push out as much as it could doing this. So I do have the S23 variator too. Um, this one, this one isn't as good as an example, but you can see how it's flat there. This one's much thinner than the original one, as you can see. So what I did is I basically ground it so that this like nice curve transitions even farther up, so then the belt can be pushed more. So this is still the original variator, and this I found to be best for top speed. This I was able to hit 110 kilometers with. And then I still have stock clutch bell. My clutch bell honestly doesn't need changing for speed. This is more grab and acceleration stuff. I also have a cheap GY6 exhaust, not exhaust, clutch. It's just NCY, and I believe I got it for $60. So this is all transmission CVT work. This is where your main top speed will come from, and acceleration if you tune it right. And then moving up, I have the Polini carb kit from Scooter Swap Shop. This was a hassle to tune, and it still is a little bit finicky, but for power wise, this will give you allegedly more power. So this will just basically help you hit the top speed faster and easier, because at the end of the day, the CVT will be limiting you, because CVT is maxed out. Your gearing is maxed out until you hit rev limiter, and I don't have a CDI box yet. So the power there makes it just easier to hit max speed on the variator there. And then we have a bunch of visual stuff, so bars, grips. We have LEDs on here too, just for fun. And then the next performance stuff I've done was I did exhaust, just a generic GY6 exhaust. I did have to bend the pipe in here because it was hitting right here where the engine mounts to the frame. So I had to bend this up. You could either shorten it, the pipe inside of there by a little bit, or you could just do what I did and bend it. And then the stock bracket, you can see I cut it off right there. And then I also bent this so it just fit nicer, and it's on there very well. And it also just sounds great. It's much cheaper than a Yoshi, and honestly, I haven't noticed any like loss of power or anything. And if anything, I think it helped. Next thing is just fender. This is another generic part. Barely clears the shock, but I got this because it kept spraying my carb and filter with just mud, as you can see. That's after cleaning it too. And then one thing I can't show you is I do have a cam that I haven't been able to test too much, but it allegedly also helps with power. I think 1.5 horsepower can be added. yeah, that isn't needed to achieve top speed, but it certainly does help. Then just all the other little things is like quick throttle. That's actually metal, unlike the plastic OEM one. This one is just cheap, so it has some play in it and stuff. But we also have pro taper grips, bar. Um, forget what this is called. This is just visual. I don't know why I have it on. I just do. It used to be yellow. You can see it kind of faded. Whatever. Then this is just a cheaper Amazon cover. You do have to staple this on yourself, but it wasn't too hard. After stapling it on, you probably have to go back and redo it as the fabric stretches, as you can see. But honestly, this is a pretty good deal. I think it was only 60 bucks Canadian. And then next up for just visual mods, I do have LEDs on here. I have a little switch in here, and this would turn it on and off. You can kind of see them right now. That's on very low brightness, but it can go brighter for sure. So yeah, just a bunch of little things. Tons of stickers from brands like the Cam, Polini, Melosi, a bunch of brands, but yeah. My next item I probably will get for this is CDI, just because I do hit my limiter. So at 110 kilometers an hour, I hit my limiter. So if I get a CDI, my bike will be able to rev up a little, I think 15 to 2000 RPMs more. So it should give me more top speed. Nothing too major, I assume. Um, Next thing that I hope will be made is probably longer diff gearing, as that would give, for sure, higher top speed. Because if you have longer gearing, it'll just it'll help with top speed. It'll hurt your acceleration, but if you want top speed, that would be an amazing mod for these. But yeah, all the main speed part, if you're aiming for top speed and acceleration, even, it all comes down to the CVT. So just make sure you get your weights set correctly, see how far your belt's traveling on the variators, everything like that. And like I said, this is a free mod that I did, pretty much just Dremel, and just your OEM variator. This was best for top speed. The S23 variator, honestly, if you're looking for top speed, I don't know if I recommend it. I haven't really enjoyed it too much. I've tested it a few times, just going back and forth, and I still prefer the OEM modded one with the 11 gram sliders. I haven't tried any different roller weights in this, but roller weights in this one for sure aren't as good for top speed. This is better for acceleration, and you can also set your belt to ride higher up on the clutch pulley a lot easier with this, because it does include shims. I have used it on there too, but I don't know if I'd recommend this. I'd say buy Melosi's variator. Hearing from other people, that's probably the best one, or modify the OEM one. So yeah, and then for clutches, any GY6 125cc and up clutch will work, and clutch belt too. So yeah.